Welcome to the return of Tea Time. Welcome. Giving everyone a second to get logged back in so we can get through our next season. Um, so just bear with us while we get ready to move forward. Um, as I say, welcome to Tea Time. I do want to ask that if anyone knows of a school counselor or someone that has pertinent information for parents with high school seniors, upcoming seniors, freshmen, or sophomore, I am looking for them to co-host Tea Time to give some parents some value information. We always want to make sure everyone is abreast with information and that they are able to get something from Tea Time. So first and foremost, if you know of anyone, hey sis, miss you so much. We must catch up too. So if you know someone that works, hey niece, that works in one of the school settings and are interested in co-hosting Tea Time, please drop their information to me or send them my information so that we can get them co-hosting Tea Time and that we can kind of move forward with where we're going to. I definitely gave birthday shout outs to all of August. The season was really needed to rebuild and refresh. I've seen a lot coming my way. And believe it or not, the Wednesday that we did our last tea time, I was watching my favorite, hey Sanaya, my favorite station, 104.1, and they happened to be talking about seasons. So that was confirmation. And the one thing that I recognize and they talked about on the show is knowing when your season is here and when your season is coming. Hey, Chucky. So that definitely prepared me a lot. So again, welcome, so that we can go back and refresh to get started. Thank you. Hey, Donald. I do want to say that please keep, hey, Pookie, keep families in prayer. The Harris family for Boo, his funeral service will be on this upcoming Tuesday. Um, Continue to keep my Pounds family in prayer as well, as my aunt will be having her mom's homegoing on Friday, and praying for the Perry family, Quita, who's someone's really special to me, who lost her 18-year-old daughter due to gun violence. So definitely keeping them prayed up. And I have two more on the list. I know from my church, Sister Rita Cunningham, keeping her family prayed up, as well as the Prelo family. And I feel like I'm missing someone. So please charge it to my head and not the heart. But just staying prayed up, staying encouraged, supporting people, even in the midst of not always needing a why behind things. But if you are a supportive person and you're coming from a place of love and support and care, be that, because you just don't know how much that means to people. I truly want to say thank you. Because aside from people that can join with me on Wednesdays at 5:11, some of us cannot join. And I just want to constantly say thank you to those people who join in on Wednesday, first and foremost, but not only that, that go back and watch the show. Every time I'm somewhere interacting with somebody, people are constantly telling me about a topic that was discussed, what they like, what they want to hear more of. And that is truly appreciated. So, hey, sis. So, shout out to Sister Cherie, who had her annual color picnic holiday, Labor Day celebration, as well as shout out to the Kellys on their bourbon and cigar that they do every year as well. I truly enjoyed both. I was tied down on Sunday and truly rest on Monday. So thank you to all of them. And so enough about me. What about you? Tell me some good news. It's your turn to put in the chat. I need to know now that school has resumed. I need to know who has a 12th grader. If you have a 12th grader, please drop their name in the chat right now. And let's show plenty of love for our 12th graders. Drop your 12th grader in there because we're telling them congratulations as the school year starts. Sanaya is taking on her 12th grade year. Hey, Shamika, and she started it all with the buying. She has been getting up every morning, getting herself together, and getting out the door for the bus. It has been some challenges a few days with the bus, but we got through. And I know parents whose children ride buses, whether it's a direct bus that goes to them or if it's a community bus stop, they all get on together. We all know, for the most part, DC, Maryland, and Virginia has had challenges with bus drivers and getting our children to school safely and returning home. So definitely prayers going out to each and every child as they start off their school year, and we're hoping that they'll continue to be protected, educated, and safe. So yes, Sanaya is a 12th grader in this household. Hopefully this school year will be the last school year that I have to get anyone out the door. I'm so glad that I don't have to buy uniforms anymore, but I am so thankful to see my grandgirls go out in their uniforms. So Nala started her second, I think it's like the second peak pre-K. I think it's pre-K 4 now. And Yari started a Head Start program at 2. Just so ironic because pre-K 4, okay, because Yanni started Green Elementary at the age of 2. And I know that she was the youngest person in that school, in a big person school. So definitely shout out to Yari and Nala. Shout out to Yanni. She had Yari's hair appointment scheduled, and it was a Memorial Day weekend, and she could not find anyone. And she sat and gave that baby some individuals and beads on her own. So I definitely want to give her a shout out for doing what you got to do. Definitely be that type of parent that when nobody else does it, your kids know that you will do it. So back to you. If no one has any 12th graders, do anybody have any college students this year? Anyone going to college? We're looking for 12th graders. We're looking for college freshmen. We're looking for college seniors. Anybody in college at all. We're looking for anyone starting any new opportunities. It could be a new job opportunity. It could be your child starting elementary. This is their first year starting elementary or junior high. If you have anything special going on with your child, even down to them being fully potty trained, please share that in your chat. Let's make sure that we're treating our children, our grandchildren, and our nieces and nephews so special and constantly supporting them in everything we do. While I'm waiting for you all to get the typing away with all the great accomplishments you did, let's talk about summer vacations. Anyone had a summer vacation that they just want to drop in the chat? That may have been a great experience or somewhere that you don't want any of us to go. That was such a bad experience that you don't want anyone to go back there. Millie is practicing using the potty and did very good yesterday. Okay, and let Millie know that I am going to be bringing her some training panties. So I will be getting that out to her. Sharia started business economic in high school. Happy 16th birthday to Sharia. Sharia will be 16 on the 9th. What is the 9th? 9th is Saturday. Saturday. Sharia will be celebrating her sweet 16 on the 9th. So happy birthday to Sharia as well as other September birthdays. I know that we got Auntie Morris at the 15th. Oh, okay. And Chucky. And we got Mark will be celebrating his 50th birthday. Just hearing my brothers turn 50 lets me know that I may be somewhere close to it. I don't know how close and how, but just hearing when your siblings start turning those big ages, those big ages, it really make you think that maybe your big age is coming. What do you all think? Do you think it's just them getting old? And definitely not me. Um, I don't know what to do because I guess when Low turns 50, I guess I will have to accept the fact that I'm a big age. So I'm gonna go off of his watch, right? So Chucky said he's not quite 50 yet, so he's younger than Mark. Okay. Okay, got it. So and happy birthday to my cousin, Sharnita, who will be celebrating on the 16th as well. So we have a family trip scheduled. You all know that I am big on family, friends that's like family. Okay, got it. Okay. I am big on family, got it, sis. And friends that are my family. And we normally do a family reunion. My mom's side had one. And I went out and supported, but I didn't do one because of my season. I was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it anyway. I can call on people," but I didn't. But what we are doing again, and we haven't done since prior to COVID, is taking a family trip, and that is me and my brothers hitting the road with our families. My little sister is going, my niece, my son and daughter. I think it's 18 of us going, and we're going to the beach. And hey, is that sister wife? That's my sister right there. Hey there. And we're all going to hit the beach and have a good time. We're gonna watch the game. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna cook and we're gonna bond. There's nothing like bonding with your family. So one of the messages that I want Tea Time to have as we return it back is to know that do not wait on anyone to initiate your family. It does not have to be the family members that you may not be able to get along with, but you can be the one who initiate where you want your family to go. I tell people the story all the time on how I was not pleased with some of the experience that I had with my mom's side of the family growing up, although I love my mom to pieces and all of her family as well as my dad. But there are people that have shown you things in life that make you not want to associate yourself with them, right? So that's why it's so important to create your family. And whether those family members are your blood family, your family through marriage, your family through love, your family through church, or even your family through community, because we have friends, because can't nobody tell me, not even my brothers, that my sisters are not my sisters. Like, so when I say that, I mean, if you're my sister, you are my sister, and I like y'all just as much as Mark, Chucky, Prentice, and Christian, right? So definitely initiate your family. When you see families engaging, I know I was back like, hey, they don't look fun. No, don't just say it look fun. Know that that can be your family, right? Regardless of the size, and watch it grow. Now I remember Pookie's first birthday party may have only been 10 kids 30 years ago, his immediate cousins, and the second one was a rec center full of kids. So you determine what you want out of life and let nobody hold you back. You get 24 hours, you don't get 23 and 3/4. You don't get 23 and a half, you get 24. So you can control what you want to invest within those 24 hours. So again, please help me in locating persons that you all know that's in school, so that we can bring some very important information. Because I know that with my son, he started high school. Well, he went to Hines, so that was ninth grade. And then when we came to Sula, he started Sula in the 10th, and we didn't know until the 12th grade that he had DC history in DC, but when he got to Maryland, I think he needed Maryland government, right? And that was not known until the 12th grade. And it was a whole hoo-ha moment trying to get the information, trying to get the credits, but he did it. He made it. He was able to graduate. Because, of course, I wasn't trying to have it any other way. But those are some things that we want to make sure parents are aware of. We want to make sure that your parents are aware of credits that's needed in the DMV area to graduate. Community service. I want to make sure parents are abreast with community service. If you have a child and they are in ninth grade and working on their community service hours, first and foremost, I want to make sure you're keeping a copy of whatever they're submitting. and let them get started early. If you attend a church on Sundays, maybe you can have them after service vacuum or maybe clean up the fellowship hall, because as they get that 1 and 2 hours, it will start to add up. As well as if your church has like a food ministry where they give food away, I think it's on Wednesdays. Maybe they can come out on some Wednesdays and get hours that way, right? So definitely make sure that we understand that it's very important for our children to be successful. We must invest in them and make sure that we're getting them the support that they need. Anyone else with any good tea time news? Anyone else with any good tea time news? Um, we in just a second, I will give you the rundown of what the next few Wednesdays will look like. They are subject to change because we're still waiting for some people to confirm. But some of the things that we're going to be looking at over the next Wednesday, as I already stated, is we're looking for a high school counselor or administrator from a school to make sure parents are on the right track with getting their children the support and services that they need to walk across that stage, which is a proud moment for most parents. Another topic we will be having on, now that your child is in college, what's next? When my daughter went away to college at Hampton, she always talked about how the children there were so smart. A lot of them came from really good families. But one thing a lot of the children that started the school year with her was not able to finish was because of finances, right? So we definitely want to make sure that parents are preparing their finances for your child to go to college. I thank God every day that a year before Yanni went to college, I was able to fix my credit. I thank God every year. And it wasn't even because she was going to college, because that's how God do things. He knows what you need before you need it. It's just that I was in a season where I could, and I had grown some maturity. I had learned some things, and I wanted to fix my credit. And just so happened when Yanni went to college, she wasn't able to do the loan. I'm not sure if it was she was if it was because she was only 17 or if something had changed, but I had to do what's called a parent plus loan, and so many parents was rejected. The loan, their loan wasn't approved, and the kids could not stay in school. So I know as a parent, there's no way in the world us good law-abiding parents love the Lord, love doing right, want to be stand up and do things decent and in order, would want that to be our child. So you never know what kind of situation you may be in where you really need to fix your credit, and that will be a subject down the line. But just by getting the kids once they're in college and keeping them in college, that's one of the things that we need to look at. Also, we want to make sure that we're giving our kids budgeting tools. Every time they call and want something, we cannot say yes. We have to really let them have that independent season, right? Another topic is we're going to have a doctor and a lawyer on, just talking to young people, and not just young people, but you may be the beautiful age of 50 and want to do a change in your career. You may want to add on to your college education. So we're going to have some people on here that's talking about how to get there, how we as a people can continue to network, to strengthen each other, to share information with each other, to make sure that we are getting what we need to get there. Another topic is we're going to have an EMS person as well as a trainer and a police officer, because we all know, good afternoon, sister. We all know that all of our children are not college bound, right? And we need to support them with whatever their career path is and whatever their career choice is. So, with that being said, we're going to have someone on here that can help get kids engaged in the programs that's for cadets, that's for police officers as well as firefighters. We're going to have people on here sharing information on if your child wants to go those directions, that they will have the information and they need. If you're someone who knows about any what are those programs like electrician apprenticeship programs, and you want to share as well, or if you're in the hair industry, I do have someone that's in the hair industry, and I'm going to reach out to her to have her come on, because the one thing that we have to understand is you can be great in a lot of different directions. So we as parents always want that college graduate, and that's important, right? Education is important, because I've kind of been revisiting going back to school myself, only revisiting, and it's just so amazing that it's been on my mind, because after finishing school, working a full-time job and raising children, I said I would never go back to anybody's college or university again. But it's definitely needed depending on the direction that you wish to go, right? But any event that you do not wish to go that direction, we want to assure you that there are programs that can get you there. You know, if you go into the police department or the fire department early enough, you can truly grow in those careers, right? So we want to get that information out to you all as well. And as always, if you want to share here on Tea Time a topic that you want discussed, if there's something that you want to discuss, because one of the things that I also said to one of my sisters from church, I want to really have them on the show talking about persons who are doing um uh not entrepreneur only, but I was trying to think of another word because I have some sisters in Christ that cook, that does the paparazzis with the jewelry, and I definitely want to have those persons be able to come forward and share what they do. On 104.1, they talk about a small business, black business, every week. And that motivated me to make sure that we're bringing more of our people on for a sense of exposure, and to get information and to really just get on that platform, and talk about different things. My sister Mika will be doing an upcoming podcast on friends, and she want me to be a part of that. And I'm always telling you all to support her. I don't think she has her latest podcast out yet, but when I'm on her show, I would definitely be looking forward to my tea timers with supporting her as well, and hearing as aspect of me of how I feel friendship is. I think that one thing my pastor always used to say was, in order to have friends, you got to present yourself friendly. So we'll sometimes look at people and be like, oh, so many people gather around them, they have so many friends, but you have to understand that what are you giving to people when they try to befriend you? You know, are you someone that's always complaining, right? And anybody know me, I would crack a joke. I don't use the word talk about it, but I would laugh at someone in a minute, not in their face, and not anything malicious, but I'm a jokes, like I like to laugh. So I think that you can have all sorts of personalities and still blend in with people. I'm able to blend in with people who act like me. I'm able to blend in with people who act nothing like me. Like my best friend is extremely quiet, right? Extremely quiet. So, and that's what it means about making yourself friendly to people, and really, really, really being genuine. You know, and I just take great pride in people telling me things like, "Don't tell nobody that." And to this day, I still hold those direct words and don't repeat what they said to me in confidential to anyone. So when you're looking for things to make you great and to make you valuable, look into yourself, and then you'll be able to see. Because some people are like, hey, I just don't want a bunch of people around me. That's fine. Not speaking to that at all. I'm speaking to those who just trying to connect, trying to build healthy relationships. I am truly coming out of my season. I definitely was in a really, 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 really rough spot. I know that it's not totally closure yet, because, like with me, I am one to truly shut down. You know, I always try to bring my smile to the table, but I don't want my smile being false. So I'll just remove myself and kind of stay in the back, because when I'm ready to bring that smile forth again, I want everyone to know that it's genuine, and it's me. And I want them to also understand that as happy go lucky as I am, how I'm always on the go, everybody has a season. And I am really in a maturity place in my life where I recognize that and I move accordingly with that, right? Anyone else? Okay, welcome back to Tea Time. It's the topic. We're just getting back adjusted to the time frame, back adjusted with the guests. We have the things in line for the month of September, and I am open to topics for October. We don't have October all laid out yet, but we do have September all laid out. So if there's something that you think about, and you want to share, and you want to talk about or present, even if you want to do it in the back scene and just have me talk about it and kind of chat in the bar, please, please, please feel free to do so. So again, I'm going to turn it back over to you all before I get ready to wrap it up in about another 5 minutes, and see if anyone else has any good news, any positive information. Don't ever think that it's too small to discuss. You could have just finished paying off your car. You could just purchase a home. Um, it could be good news. You could just have a good report that the tumor is no longer there, right? So definitely, if you have any good information, because when you're starting something off, it's always good to bring forth positivity before we get back in the gust of things. So if there's anyone else that has anything positive that they want to share about their job, about their life, anything that you feel you want to share. At this time of tea time or something that you want to mention, please feel free to do it at this time. Any announcements? Announcements are so important. Any announcements? Thank you all so much for joining tea time today. Let's see. I see someone has something coming in. Let's see. I think I missed a few things. Okay. My doctor just said I absolutely need to go on a Oh, okay, okay. But you've been doing good with seafood, right? So we're praying. We're praying. Because I actually plan on getting down about 30 pounds to stay away from that. But you're looking good, so we're going to stay encouraged. With that cholesterol pill, so I definitely will make sure I don't have any crabs or crab legs around you. With that being said, anyone else, any more good news reports? Anyone else? Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything going through the channels. Okay, I don't think I missed anyone. Anything else before we wrap up? And next week we're jumping right back in it. Next week we're jumping right back in it with these great topics. And we want to, even if you don't have someone in high school or a young child, or you're not interested, it's very important that you come forth and bring your experience and share those experiences, right? Share those experiences with us, so that we can move to the next level with it. Because although you may not be in that space, you could have been in that space in the past, right? Because I know one of my friends that I want to make sure I have on here is Michelle, because of talking about getting money and things like that to help keep your child in school. You bet. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anywhere you want us to go? Anything you want us to do? If no one else have anything, I'm just going to say thank you for joining in with a sister. Thank you for sipping with a sister. Actually, joining in and sipping with a sister. Thank you for continuing to support Tea Time. Tea Time is back, and we will be here on Wednesdays at 5:11 p.m. And we will be bringing special topics towards you. Please keep the families in prayer, as well as keep our DMV in prayer, because crime is finding itself all over the place. I remember if you moved to certain areas, you didn't have to worry about it. But now some of these persons are committing crimes. They will steal a vehicle just to drive to your area to take something that you have. Please be mindful. Please, please, please let me say this. There has been a lot of robberies at gas stations, ATMs, and even drive-throughs. Please be mindful of your surroundings. I know one of my sisters always tell me, you go in the store, okay, get off your phone. Get off your phone. Please take those earplugs out of your ear and be very mindful to your surroundings. People are studying you like a book, just because of something that they may want. So do not take it for granted. Do not feel like you're in a time where it can't be you, because the thing about what's going on now with crime, the crime is no longer isolated, and you don't have to be a part of a certain area, or a certain race or a certain class. Like, people are attacking people in all different types of ways and all different types of cultures. So be mindful of that when visiting the ATMs, even with going through drive-through. I never knew that drive-throughs would be targeted, but please make sure that you're careful. I seen a old cool dude the other day, not old but older, cool dude the other day, and he had him a whop of money, and he wanted me to know he had it. He opened, gotta kind of like licked his finger and flicked it and all that. And I'm thinking, people out here are studying you, and this is what you're doing. So please have some wisdom. This is not a day and time where anyone needs to know your worth or the amount of money that you have. So again, welcome back, my tea timers. I look forward to our upcoming topics. I pray that you will get something from it. I pray that you and your household remain blessed. Until we sip again on next Wednesday, have a great day.